Welcome to In the Green Room. I'm Kinga.
I'm Chet.
And the two Andreas.
And
Gallery Andrea.
Andrea V.
And Andrea J.
Yes.
Gallery Andrea.
And we are celebrating Mother's Day is coming up.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's on Sunday, so I'm excited about that. And we have a tribute to the best mom on the planet, Mama.
And Kinga
Mama
Mama.
Andrea.
You're a mama.
You're the best mom, yeah.
So it's a Happy Mother's Day show.
Two mamas.
And as a mom on Mother's Day.
And Grandma's all jazzed up about the new Pope.
I am. Hallelujah.
Yeah, we're drinking
Get
to the
up,
Pope.
close the mic.
Pope
You gotta talk
Leo.
into the. You gotta talk into there.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
So why are you excited about the American Pope?
Because it's a miracle.
Hey, he's the first American
Yes.
Pope, so that's quite
And
interesting.
we need it every moment.
Peace.
Well, I'm excited about it
Peace
because
in the world.
there's never been a American Pope ever in history, and if you think about it, it's such a global figure. And this guy he lived in Peru and
Peru and
Italy and all over the world, and he's done a lot for the poor and helping others. He's such a role model, and
he really is.
because we're here saving the planet.
One
show at a time.
Hallelujah.
So we got to get the Pope on this show. I'm going to work on that. You know, when I put my goal to something, it usually happens. So anyway, I'm super excited about it.
Oh, I was listening to an interview with his brother, and his brother was saying at a young age, like a little kid, he would pretend like he was a priest and a pope. And I thought that was cute. So he was telling a story from childhood. So he said he always wanted to be, he was called to serve God and to serve others. So you know, at a young age, you know, that's
Well, and it doesn't matter if somebody out there is a different religion, because the Pope stands for peace, unity, and healing, and apparently they chose this Pope Leo the 14th because that's what his whole existence has been about. And so I do love that when he did speak, he was speaking about how he wants everyone to be accepted, everyone. So
he's very down to earth. So I love that.
He thinks everyone should be inclusive.
Everyone.
Inclusive, unity. So anyway, so Gallery Andrea, what's going on with Gallery Andrea?
Well, let's see here. We're having our spring show with spring wildflowers of Arizona and all the spring flowers that are growing, and so we're working on some new pieces, and we have an article coming out in the Arcadia newspaper on June 1st.
Oh,
So that's exciting.
Whoa! Cheers to that. Let's do a
Yeah.
cheers.
That's exciting.
Cheers,
So,
cheers,
and they'll be
cheers.
talking about our
Ooh.
spring show. So thank you to Arcadia News. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that's fun and
So
exciting.
where do we find Arcadia News?
I mean, they have it. You can pick it up at Walgreens. I mean, I'd have to look up all the places, but
Yeah.
it's targeted towards actually the people who live in Arcadia. So like like LGO and
Oh, nice. Oh, great.
It'll be in stands all over the place and Walgreens. I mean, but anywhere around Arcadia. And then I think it gets delivered to the Arcadia.
Does it go to the
house.
Global Ambassador? Because that's right there.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Well, let's put them there.
So.
Yeah, there you go. We love
But yeah,
Global.
they did a photo shoot and an interview that was really fun, and so I'm excited about that.
So there's gonna be some photos of you in there, Mama?
Yeah.
They'll have a photo
Mama?
of us.
Yeah,
That'll be great. And if you guys are anyone looking for something fun to do for Mother's Day, you can come see the gallery.
Oh, so you'll be open on Mother's Day?
Well, we're open tomorrow, and
Okay.
Sunday by appointment. Yeah, we'll be spending time with family.
So only if you want a committed buyer that wants to just come in and buy something.
Well, you know what? I like to take Sunday, to me, is a day of rest. I do go in by appointment, but painting and trying to rest a little bit. I think you need at least one day to rest,
yes.
where you don't do anything work related, except we like to paint on Sunday. So it's always a good day to paint. So, but what are you doing for Mother's Day?
I don't know, Mom.
Kinga?
What are we doing for Mother's
I
Day?
don't know.
Well, I wanted to go to Mass. Speaking of the Pope, I wanted to go to Mass and then do brunch.
I'd like to do I would want to do dinner. Is what I was thinking. But anyway, we can talk about this later.
Okay.
We don't need to
Talk
tell
about
our
it
plans on the show.
So, Chet, what do you like the best about your mom?
there's so many things, from how much fun she is to how she's always just loving and supporting, and it's really cool that she started this show. So there's so many awesome things about her. I'm really lucky. So yeah, she's the best mom. Yeah, and I'm lucky that she's fun to like go to a concert or something after dinner. Like, so many parents are boring and just go home after a dinner or something, but she's the one that's like, let's go do something more. So that's really cool, and that
What's she
definitely
doing?
is one of the traits that I learned. Like, I love to go out and do stuff and keep the fun going. So.
Well, something that's fun is like when you have many interests. Like, you know, you love sports. I love sports too. Some people are like a little bit like in a little box. It's like, you know, you can enjoy art and all kinds of music, like the genres of music. I like, you know, that dance, techno, EDM, house music. I also love Willie Nelson. I also love Andrea Bocelli. I also love Rolling Stones. And I'm trying to think. Let's think. The concerts I've been to in the last couple of years or few years. Rolling Stones, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears.
I just went to a really fun one.
What?
Oh, nice.
Billy Idol.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's so great.
Stefan's
How fun.
my boyfriend surprised me
How
with
fun.
tickets
That's so nice.
to Billy Idol.
Where was that?
I've always wanted to see Billy Idol,
Yeah.
and he's in his late 60s, I believe. And
How does he look?
He looks amazing. He
Really?
looks absolutely amazing. His voice is outstanding. There's no loss of quality of his voice. I mean, it sounds like.
Do you know the songs he sings? Hey, little sister.
Yeah.
It's the sixth.
So yeah, Billy Idol
Wait,
and also Joan Jett was there too. So she was.
Well, wait, sing another song. Let's stay with Billy Idol.
Oh,
What are some of the songs?
Yeah, I mean,
Sing a song. You were just there.
There's so many. I mean.
Okay, I don't want to.
For some reason, my brain goes thinking of Billy Joel when I hear
No,
Billy
no,
Idol, but I know they're two different artists.
No,
But I think of like
Billy
piano.
Idol.
Billy Joel is the guy that plays the piano. He used to be married to Kristen Brinkley.
I know that. Yeah.
Uptown Girl.
Yeah.
In
So
my living
Billy,
I'm
room.
looking
Billy
at the
Idol
references.
was kind of like punk. He looked like a punk
Eyes
rock.
without a face.
Eyes Without a Face.
Eyes without a face.
Mhm.
Just the human race.
You know, he has so many different
Without a
songs,
face.
and you know, it just like all art forms. You know, it stands the test of time. You know, whether it's you know, paintings or
Well, ironically, go
fashion.
back to Billy Idol. My high school, not Renee, my kindergarten best friend, but my high school best friend,
Who was there?
Bryn.
Oh, Brad.
She was obsessed with Billy Idol, and at a concert, like, we were invited backstage because I mean, I don't know, it was really cool. So I actually got to meet him, but
it was a great concert.
does
It
he
was
still
really-
look young?
He looks amazing. I mean,
Wow.
he's in really good shape, and he was moving around fast, like you know, like he was in his 20s or something. I mean, he looked amazing.
So did you Google him? Eyes Without a Face. Here, I didn't even go to the concert. I could remember Eyes Without a Face.
Flesh for Fantasy. I mean, there's so many good.
Say some more.
But it
There's
was
so many good ones.
Rebel Yell, I've heard.
Oh,
that one
Rebel
before.
Yell. That's a great song.
Rebel
That's a
Yell,
really
I don't
good
know
one.
Dancing
In
with
the Midnight-
Myself.
Dancing with myself.
Yeah.
Dancing with myself.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's like his biggest one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good.
There's so many good ones. I actually played the.
No, Rebel Yell's a good one when he goes in the midnight hour. She
We
got
know
more,
the song.
more,
Yes.
more.
Yes.
Right, they're all good. White Wedding.
Oh, White Wedding. That's a good one too. They're all great songs.
They're all great. I mean,
Didn't
So
you-
where was the venue?
it was at the Talking Stick Arena. It was on like 75th Avenue in McDowell. So it was a little bit.
Was
far
it the
away.
amphitheater? You mean?
At the outdoor
Yeah.
amphitheater. And then, do you guys know Joan Jett's?
Yeah. Well,
She
how
was-
long ago was the show? Was it?
How long ago? It was
Yeah, was
like,
it in the last couple weeks?
oh yeah.
Oh, you
It
caught
was-
it perfect because that
the
venue.
weather
Once it
was-
gets hot,
So you cannot see something at that venue when it's hot.
basically,
that is not a fun
if you're
experience.
after you
Yeah.
listen to this.
Because I went to some other concert there, and it was in the middle of summer, and it was outside, and it wasn't good. So
Well, yeah, I saw Anderson .Paak there back in September or October, and it was randomly. I think it was in October because it was a night where it for sure should not have been 100 degrees, but it was.
Yeah.
And every one of his outfits were like head to toe like rock star like leather outfits, and he
Oh my gosh.
also
You can't wear that kind of outfit when it's hot.
well, no, and he also either plays the drums or plays the piano while he's singing and like dancing the whole time. So he was
Oh.
like pouring sweat. He like
Oh my god.
he like talked about it a few times. He's like, "Is this damn hot in October?" I was like,
So I know what I want for Mother's Day.
"It might have been
Chad.
September." I'm trying
I
to
want
remember
you
what
to
month
take
it
me
was.
to the Sphere.
The what?
Okay.
I want to go see a concert in Las Vegas at the Sphere. Have you heard of
Oh,
the
I don't
Sphere?
know. I don't know what that is.
Chet, what's the Sphere?
It's
Let's
this
see
really,
Chet
it's
knows.
this really cool new venue where it's like a giant, literal sphere, and so it's like the craziest visual experience. So people like love to see concerts there. So yeah, it's like basically a concert venue. It's like 20,000 people, so it's like the size of like a good sized arena, but it's almost like it almost looks like when you're at like a
I'll
planetarium.
have to look it up. I've never.
You know when you're like at a planetarium at the science center though, and the whole screen is around you. That's what it's like, and the
Ooh.
band's just like at the bottom.
My friend Jared,
So it's about-
that's around 80, a little bit over 80 years old. He's already been there 2 times, and he said it's the best concert experience he's ever been to.
And
Yeah.
talk about a cool dresser. I mean, Billy Idol, the way he dresses is so cool.
What was he wearing?
I mean, he was wearing like these cool leather jacket and leather pants.
Did he change his outfit a lot?
He did change his outfit a few times. I think
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He came
How
out in
cute.
different outfits. And then one of them, he was hot. He took off his shirt and then he had just the jacket on. And you could see that he was in very
Like, was he all chiseled and
He's
toned?
chiseled. He's got huge muscles. I mean, he probably is a trainer because he's in
Wow.
really great shape. Incredible. But the voice, the most important part, the voice was still spectacular. Really
Wow.
good. No loss of sound. 'cause
Which means he
So
also.
it wasn't like a Frankie Valli. Have you seen people? There's like clips of him that have been going viral because he's like been playing shows and he's like in his like 80s or something, but it's like clear that he's lip syncing.
Well,
And-
I
and
think
he's just like-
you need to know when to stop. Like
Well, yeah.
when you need to retire because your
Yeah.
voice is going.
Well, and there's shows that it's clear that he's not actually singing live, and you're like,
Well, wait.
Who's
how old is
making him
Billy
go-
Idol? Wait,
Billy Idol's in his late 60s.
what is the age of Billy
Like
Idol?
he's
so
69.
he's still got it. He's still got it.
60.
I think
Billy Idol is 69 years old.
69.
Oh, 60.
That means he's 70. I mean, 1 year away, that's 70.
He looks
Wow.
great.
That's incredible.
Excellent.
Oh my
And
gosh.
really no
That's
wrinkles
amazing.
on his face either.
Still
That's
60.
incredible. Because I have to say, I saw what's it? Rolling Stones last summer.
Oh, I was supposed to go.
Well,
Yeah.
it's fascinating how many of those rock stars are like still alive and doing
Yeah.
really well, even though
It's
they
amazing.
had crazy stretches of their lives as far as like when they were touring. I mean, they were not being healthy. Let's just put it that way. A lot of drinking, a lot of
Well,
extracurricular
unfortunately-
activities.
Unfortunately,
and-
a lot of musicians do that.
So many of them are still fine though. So it goes to show you that if you're like, I guess, fulfilling your passion or chasing your dream or something like that, it has to offset some of the bad aspects. Because a lot of those guys, you would think they should be dropped dead already from how much they drank and partied and stuff. But a lot of them are still performing.
What's the guy with the big lips? I met him in Hawaii.
I don't know who
Okay.
you're talking
Steven Tyler.
Oh, Steve.
Steven Tyler. He looks really good, and he's got a really beautiful
Who
girlfriend.
comes to mind are the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
We saw them last year, and they were great live.
Oh, you
still,
were there too.
yeah,
we
yeah,
were
and they're-
separately. He was there with his dad.
Yeah, and they're like,
I was supposed
And Rachel.
to go, but there was a mix-up with the tickets, and when we got there, we couldn't get in.
yeah, they're all like in their late 70s or
Crazy.
80s, and like Keith Richards like infamously did heroin for like, a lot of his career.
Okay,
He's
I
still
don't
up
talk
there
about that.
perform. What do you mean? It's like crazy how these rock stars just keep performing. It's like the music keeps them going.
Keeps
How
them
old is Mick
Yeah.
Jagger?
Well, that's what they
I think
know.
he's in his 80s.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger is 81 years old.
Mick Jagger was always.
81. He looks so good. He was.
I mean, I'm
he
sure
was
he
like
did.
dancing.
I'm
the
sure he
whole way.
did some partying, but he was known to be like
Hot.
less partying than the other ones. I think.
No, he looks really good.
Yeah.
Gabe, can you turn
That's why
down
he
the air
looks
in here? It's a
better.
little bit hot. Sorry. And then let's ask, how old is Keith Richards?
Keith Richards is 81 years old.
So they're the same age. Okay.
They look
Well,
great.
but
Are you
that's-
going to any other concerts?
I'm always trying to go to more concerts. Definitely
Well, Chad,
more
I just
indoor
told you-
ones now that we're coming on to the Arizona summer.
Chad, I just said for Mother's Day, I want to go to the Sphere. Who's playing there,
Okay.
Sam? that we would
I don't
both
know. We
like.
have to look
On Mother's
because
Day, you gonna go?
Not on Mother's Day. Not on Mother's Day. In fact,
that place does look really, really cool. I'm excited to go.
yeah, we could fly on the Falcon 2000 LXS and go spend one night and come back.
The Falcon?
What are you talking about?
I'm just
What are you guys
joking.
talking about?
What are you talking about?
It's just an inside joke. I thought you would understand my joke, but
What are you talking about?
anyway, my friend has that plane.
So you're just like bragging about your
Don't go.
friend's plane?
No, I'm not bragging about his
Being
plane.
so
I'm
strict.
just saying maybe we can go on his plane. So,
Well, that's good. That's nice to
Who's
go on a
that?
private plane.
No, I would not because it's not sustainable.
Actually,
this show's all about sustainability. And
Right.
actually, I would not. It's so easy to just fly to Las Vegas, but
yeah, it's
so
an hour flight.
yeah, it's an
That's
easy,
better just
simple
a flight.
flight. Yeah,
Yeah.
from Southwest or whatever. Although there's been a lot of crashes happening,
Yes.
and there's
Oh.
like they're having
I mean, there were more car crashes than plane crashes.
But
I
it's
don't know
one of
why
those things where
happening recently, a lot of them.
Well, there's been a lot of
happening,
lack
which
of
is
or a
strange.
lot of people have been fired that are supposed to be regulating, like in the FAA and stuff like that. So, if
Something
anything,
with
this
the-
is a
with the air
message
traffic
that
controllers.
regulation with some things that involve public safety is great. Because like some parts of the government right now, they're trying to just get rid of all regulation, but with stuff like
We need air traffic
yes,
controllers.
yeah,
And we need them to make sure that a
Yeah.
plane
Yeah.
doesn't crash into a helicopter.
yeah, and you'd have to be kind of crazy to say there's no correlation between. Basically, they all got fired in like January, and there's been like 3 crashes since then. It'd be
I
crazy to say
agree. I
there's
think
not.
it's
That's a
related.
coincidence.
I agree.
3 crashes. There's a lot more.
There's been
I
a
feel
lot
like every
more.
day
They,
there's a
they
crash.
shouldn't be firing any more air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There's like a crash every day. I feel like every time you turn
No,
on the
it's
news,
not
there's a
that
crash.
bad.
I mean,
There've
that
been 3
big,
major ones.
Oh my gosh.
but there's like small ones, big ones,
I already
helicopters.
get kind of scared flying. 'Cause I
There's
couldn't
the one
think
that
about
flipped over.
Well,
There's that one that flipped over. What were the other 2? There
When you
was
talk,
3
you
big
gotta
ones
talk
I
in
can
here.
think of.
No, Stefan was in.
The one where the-
he
Mom
was in
has
a
something to
plane.
say. Hold on.
The one where
Mom.
they flipped over though, the
No.
fact nobody was hurt in that is crazy. Did you see
Yeah.
that one? The one the plane flipped
Yeah.
over on the runway?
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
got hurt during that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So-
Well, I think it's either your time or it's not. I mean, that's how I look at it. So, I
I'll
mean,
stop it.
But I don't think it should be
mean,
accelerated by negligence.
Yeah,
at
what are you
the same
talking-
time.
I mean, I don't think. I think with anything, you need to be, try to be as safe as you can be, but not worry about it because
No, you can't worry.
I think God has a plan, and if you believe in God and God makes good things happen, if it's your time, it's your time.
Okay, I don't think that.
Anyway.
That is so
So,
fascinating.
Kinga, what do you? On a happier note, what do you like about Mom? What's your favorite stuff about Mom?
Everything.
It's Mother's Day.
Everything, Mom.
Well, that's like saying nothing because that's like a non-answer. You got to give some specifics.
No, but I will give the specifics. Okay, where do I start? Mom is always, but don't interrupt me. If I'm going to talk about why I think Mom is so amazing. She's always very forgiving, extremely loving, smart, fun, resilient. She and I have a total giggling thing that we have going. We always have had that.
Yeah.
She never stays mad.
And if I do anything, I regret.
No, but you never do that.
I usually not.
And you're an inspiration. You're an artist, and you've raised 5 amazing children. Me as well as my siblings.
Yeah.
And you've always encouraged love, and if any of us are, having a bad day where you're mad at somebody, you're like, no, that's not okay. So there are families that you can meet where you'll hear, oh, these 2 siblings haven't spoken in years, or
That's not good.
and that's never happened in our family,
No.
and that's because of the way we were raised, and to never stay mad. And that's why you're such a great mom, because you've taught us that. And I think as a parent, someday hopefully Chet will be a parent, the most important thing you can teach a child is to be loving, forgiving, loving, happy, and find your passion.
Yeah.
And you've definitely have been exemplary of your passion with your art, and never, taking no for an answer. Like you always have kept going
Yeah.
with your art. Like, you know, you were selling it at this gallery, then it didn't, you know, it was great doing it there, and then you went to another gallery and you were selling it there, and then you went to another gallery and you were selling it there, and then
The
finally
airport.
you opened, yes, and you just were so resilient. And
I didn't know anything about how to run the whatever you have to.
Can you
do.
imagine? And my mom, how old were you when you were going to the airport? Every day she was driving to the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport to a gallery. Were you? Was that like?
It was in
30 years
it was
ago?
in 1995.
19,
So
19, no,
it was 95, wasn't it?
60.
No, 1995.
99.
So you were like
Well, you don't
six.
need to say your
It
age.
doesn't matter.
but,
She doesn't
you
want to
know,
tell her
It
age.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you
Was
don't
it
need to say your age. but-
1960 or
No, no,
1995? That's such a
1995.
huge range.
It was 19. It was about 1995.
No, she was saying she was 60 years old.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, she was.
No, I wasn't 60.
It doesn't matter how old you
We
are.
don't need to
It doesn't
analyze
matter
the
how.
age.
But yeah, you've had this art gallery that you're in right now for 20 years. But before that,
21.
you were for how many years did you work at that gallery?
I never worked, I just went.
Okay, you didn't work.
They
But-
never told me what to do.
So
As a
you
kid.
ran. So you didn't work for them. You just showed up and got a paycheck.
Oh, no, I had a.
Mom, you did work for
You
them.
worked for
I
them.
had to be there, yes.
Oh my gosh.
But I had.
It's hilarious.
Mom, did you give her a
Wait,
puff of that smoke?
no,
No, you got her drunk.
no.
Right,
no.
you gave her wine.
No, no,
No.
no.
This is how she
No,
talks.
I
It
never
goes through her
went-
system.
No,
Can
just
I-
let her talk. Let her talk. Let her
I
talk.
went to the.
Mom, you got to
Place.
talk into this.
I went to the place because
The gallery.
The gallery. There was a gallery there, and I just wanted my painting, the small one, to tell them to maybe they can use it, my work, and
You wanted to
sell
show off your paintings, and you went there, and then what
Yeah.
happened?
well, they of course they said, sure, just bring some paintings and we will look at
So they
them.
said, "We want your paintings. Bring
But-
your paintings."
But this is irrelevant because it didn't happen that way.
But no, it's not irrelevant. You worked. You drove every day or 5 days a week to the.
But how did I get there?
She's trying to tell you how she started the job. That's
I
what
don't know how you
I
got
didn't
there.
know what to do. I never saw even the how to
The register.
register what to do.
She didn't know how to do any of that.
Did you
stuff.
sell any paintings there?
She wasn't working, but she was getting paid.
Wait, no. You're asking me, close your mouth.
I was trying to fill in for you.
I went there in mind to maybe they will
Take your paintings.
take my painting.
Yes.
And these ladies who were there, I said, oh my gosh, are these ladies doing anything in this place? They just sitting on their, you know what, and nothing.
On their arse.
Yes, and it was crazy. It was,
She's saying that the sales lady were not like,
They're sitting
Doing
on
their
their
job.
arse.
yeah.
well,
And so what happened?
so it happened that I brought some paintings.
Can you hear her, Gabe?
Wait.
Yeah.
Can you make sure because she's not talking into
I
the
did-
mic?
Yeah, she's good.
It was on the really,
Well, no. Now she went closer.
Yeah, I could hear it.
It's fine.
It was a really nice place, and I liked it, and I always tried to.
It was a
see-
very nice gallery. I
Yeah, it
remember
was
I came there
nice.
to visit you a lot, and
No,
And
I have pictures from
and
us in the gallery.
I could take my car all the way on the same, close to the gallery. I didn't have to do, you know,
It was an easy route to get
route,
there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. It's kind of hard to get to.
Well, the
I
freeway,
always get
I don't
lost
like.
on
I don't
the-
like. Yeah, driving to the airport's kind of tricky.
I don't know.
Then-
yeah.
But, you
I've
know,
always been baffled by the people that work at the food places inside the airport because they get paid the same as food places outside the airport, but they have to go through security every day.
They do?
Yes, and they have to go
That's
through the
true.
Now.
radiation. And
Right, right.
They do.
Yes, if they get
Oh my
paid the
God.
same amount. I would always assume like, oh, they have to make at least like 25% more. But I talked to somebody and they were
But
like,
it's a
no,
great
they get
place
paid
to
the-
work because it's always busy. There's
yeah,
always
it's busy.
people
Well,
flying and such.
okay, I
I
want
don't think it's worth the
You wanna
time
know
and
how I
got
health
there?
sacrifices.
to, do you know? how I
Yes,
got
we're
it?
listening.
Okay.
How did you get
Okay.
the job?
Okay.
Okay,
You gotta be right here.
don't talk. So anyway, I went another day with my paintings, and there was nobody in the gallery, and a really nice pilot came in and he said, "Oh, I would like to see if you can write up my." It was some kind of.
You wanted to buy something.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a sculpture.
And I didn't know what to do because I wasn't.
You hadn't done the transaction.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I almost say, well, and he said to me, "How much is that?" I said, "It's $5,000. So he said, "I like it, and I wanna take it, and here is my card." And I almost said, well, I'm not working here, but I didn't do that. I said, "It's 5,000. Give me the card, and we ship it for you."
And you got the sale?
I got the sale.
Woo!
That's how she got the job,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Because the lady stepped out, and then while she stepped out, she
I
sold
was
something.
already-
Okay, so
Random
so you
customer.
didn't have the job, but because you made the sale, they're like, you're
But
hired.
I
Right,
was
yeah.
That's how it
already in
happened,
yeah.
galleries. I was very, I had galleries.
Experience.
Gallery
Experience.
Experience. Yeah, she had experience.
So-
yes.
These dupas came back and they said, "Oh,
Dupa is
It like lazy in Polish.
in Polish it means
It's a
lazy,
word.
kind of
No.
idiots, kind of.
no, not
No, it means
Indian.
lazy.
I
It means
just
lazy.
didn't.
It means
Think
lazy.
that
Yeah,
they-
lazy.
All of them went out. I don't know why.
But you made the sale and you got the job.
I got the
I always
job.
thought it meant like dipshit.
What?
Dupa
It,
yashu?
it means
I
lazy.
thought it's like dipshit.
I don't know.
You're
probably-
the one that
probably-
used it. What's the usage?
well,
you guys
Grandpa-
tell
Ask
us.
your phone.
It means lazy.
No,
What does Dupa
It sounds
Yashu
like
mean
stupid
in Polish?
more than lazy.
no.
It's more like a lazy.
I think it's
No,
more
but
stupid.
Polish Dubai is Dubai.
Oh my god.
Hold on,
This
wait.
nonsense.
I
No,
can't-
What
We
does
need to
Dupa
figure out
Yashu
what
mean
this
in Polish?
slur means.
Oh my god.
don't say that.
All right, we don't need to put it on there.
No, we need to know.
Okay.
We're not just gonna be ignorant in here.
They
we
can't-
need to
they-
know.
but
What
they
does it
can-
mean?
Because everyone's talking.
How do you
they won't
spell
tell me.
it?
So
Just say Dupa Yashu.
It's obviously not working. How do you spell it?
I don't know how to spell it.
You know how to spell it?
Doesn't
Here,
matter.
Okay,
you
can
guys
you look it
continue
up?
talking. I'll look
okay,
it up.
so wait, you asking
What
me.
is the definition of
Okay.
Dupa Yashu?
Kinga, why don't you let her continue talking? She's trying to talk.
Listen,
Du-
that's not,
Okay.
I don't want.
It's probably a bad word.
Yeah.
It must be a bad word.
No, it's like nonsense.
It
Nonsense.
means something like
Nonsense.
bumbling asshole, idiot, or moron. So it's more about
Moron.
intelligence than laziness.
Yeah.
I was accurate.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like
But-
dipshit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
listen, was not the problem. The problem
And it's spelled DUPAJASZ. Like
Send that to me.
most
Somebody-
idiotic
send that to me.
Polish spelling.
Okay, you,
But send that to me. But it's a good word because if like you're somewhere, nobody will know what you're saying.
no, the
When you can
probably
say with
not.
your friends, it could be your buzzword, Dupa
But-
Yashu.
But that, it's
Okay, anyway,
like
Mom, tell us
pushing-
that you want to tell us about your job.
So I didn't know if I'm going to get the job or not.
But you got the sale, so of course you got
Well,
the job.
These ladies who came back,
Dupa.
two of them, one went somewhere and I was alone for like 10 minutes. And the guy said, I have to go because I have to. I'm
He had to
going-
go. He had to fly the plane.
Yeah. And he was really nice. And then they said, oh, they came back and they said that I need to put that in the,
Yeah, the computer.
computer.
Yeah, computer.
I said, I think I should look.
Or the register. Was there a
Register.
computer at the time?
I don't know what they had.
It was probably one of those old
Anyway,
cash
that's
registers.
how
Yeah.
I got my job because
That was your first job? I thought
Taking
that-
advantage of the
I-
dupas.
at the
Airport. But you had another job before that.
Oh, I had all.
Okay, well, let's not
Yeah.
go through the whole
Yeah.
history of jobs.
Okay,
But
so
you-
anyway,
But you admired her ability.
but we're
to
talking
work
about
and-
When you see a
why-
dupa, take their job.
Okay.
Moral of the story.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't really want to work.
It was an
just like
accidental
work.
thing.
I just wanted to put my work.
But then you got the job there.
But yeah,
Yes.
Kinga, you were trying to say that she was a hard worker.
Okay, so let's
No,
go
no,
back
no.
to you
Wait.
asked me.
Listen,
Okay.
something I didn't
Okay.
say. I told them if I go to the gallery, I cannot get up every day, every Sunday, 4 o'clock, because that's what was 7 o'clock. You have to be there.
Okay. Okay.
So they said, "Oh yeah, you can just come 2 o'clock."
They were
2 to
flexible with
7.
the hours.
I said, "Okay," but and I went
2 to
Saturday
7.
in the morning.
So 2 to 7 during the week, and then on the weekend. So anyway, you asked me all the qualities about my mom, and I was trying to go through that, and then we got on this topic of that
Well,
she
They were
didn't
really
give up.
happy.
She was resilient about
I-
her art and resilient about
No.
working, and that's an incredible
I
story right
really,
there.
I really only like it because all these people, international, you always meet somebody.
Yeah, the airport is fun.
The
You always meet
airport is
interesting
fun.
people.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, and the key thing about
Damn.
that story is that you seized the moment. You saw the dupa
Yeah.
not working, and you saw the guy who wanted the painting. So you just
And he was in a hurry when she
seized the
bought it.
moment.
She sold it.
Yeah. So you, if anything,
I've
people that
done-
are hearing this, they should.
So
If you see an opportunity like that, jump on it. Don't
And they just
wait for the dupas to come
yeah,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what about
Dupas.
Grandma?
Dupa,
What,
yeah,
what
she-
did you like about Grandma? That's your mom.
Well, I'm not talking about her.
No, no.
Are
Let
you
me
still
finish.
talking about?
I'm still talking about her. So,
Oh, okay.
so forgiving, loving, fun, happy. I've always laughed with my mom. Like mom and I, you and I have never had, any animosity or any.
Yeah, we were always
Always happy.
yeah.
Always happy. Always
Happy,
having fun.
But all
I mean, maybe for 2 seconds, I'll be
Yeah.
like, blah, blah, blah. But then 2 seconds later, no.
Okay.
And
yeah.
she's never stayed mad, or I've never stayed mad. We've just had a great relationship all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
In
the
fact-
kids.
yeah. In fact, I remember back to okay, now this is gonna I shouldn't say this on air, but I will. Back to, so I was married to Chet's dad for 32 years.
Yeah.
And I remember before that, I had a boyfriend for about 5 years. I'm not gonna say his name online or on this right now. I mean, I have in the past, but we had a great relationship, and you had a great relationship with him. And I remember
Who is that?
occasion, I won't say his last name, but Sean.
Oh.
And I remember that when you would get in be a little bit in a bad mood with my dad, you'd be like, "Where's a cigarette?" And you and my boyfriend would smoke a cigarette. And my dad was a heart doctor, and he was so anti-cigarettes.
Cigarettes are bad.
And my mom would sneak around the corner and go outside by the pool, and they'd be caught smoking cigarettes together. I mean,
that
so
was a-
funny. I mean, that's so funny. She didn't do that all the time, but
No.
occasionally she
Yeah.
would do that, and it was funny.
Yeah.
It was totally funny. And she had a bond with my boyfriend. It was so super cute. But yeah. So, just always fun.
So one of your favorite things is that she used to go rip heaters with your boyfriend.
What?
That's so confusing.
Oh my gosh.
What's Rip Peters? I've never heard that.
That's another way for saying smoke cigarettes.
Well, no.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not all the time. It was maybe once every.
It sounded like they went to go gambling or
That was
a
okay.
backgammon.
And
Smoke cigarettes. The hell's going
and we
on?
were and
I don't like
okay,
that she smokes
and
cigarettes.
we were in high
Bad for
school.
you.
And we were in high
Why
school.
were you so smoking?
You were
I was.
in this story, yeah.
Okay,
don't-
I
You
have you
said,
on
she
here
said you were
saying-
going to go smoke with her boyfriend.
You
Oh my
were.
gosh.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
with Sean.
I've got
John
you on
still
here
talks about
saying that
that.
you smoked, Mom.
He still talks about that you would not maybe once every
Was
2
it a
months.
pipe or cigarettes? What was it?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I
Anyway,
remember.
segue. Next
Crazy.
topic.
Anyway, so that was some fun stuff. And then I do remember that I don't know, just I had this best friend called Bryn,
Yes.
and
Bryn.
Bryn would say, "We're gonna go study," and Bryn was a straight A student, and we pull up in her mom's blue convertible 911 Carrera GTS RSR, I don't know, Porsche, and she'd say, "I'm taking Kinga to study," and it was a school night, and you'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, right.
And she was like,
Right, give me a break. Yeah.
Why
Why
don't
don't
you
you
give me cigarettes?
Study.
Give me a
on a
break.
school
Give me a
night.
break.
2 cigarettes.
I don't
payment.
remember.
And then the funniest thing of all that you did was when my boyfriend in high school said to you,
Me?
yes, he said to you, he said, "I want Kinga to go to the Arcadia High School instead of Xavier."
Yeah.
And you said, as long as you pick her up, I don't know if you said this or Dad said this. You said, as long as you pick her up. And I was like, at the beginning of my junior year. and he wanted me to switch high schools. And you and Dad said, as long as you pick her up and take her to school every day till she has her driver's license. And he said, okay, and you guys said, okay. And I'm like, I would never let my kids do that. So you guys were cool parents. You're a great mom.
I don't remember. I don't.
That's a long
Well,
time
that's
ago.
what happened. So.
I mean, a lot of.
And then super funny, my first car was a Triumph Spitfire
Yeah.
1500.
I am.
And it was a convertible.
Yeah.
And
it went.
and who would get their
Spin.
but who would get their kid that at 16 years old, because it's such
Now
a
that
little.
was your dad.
That was Dad. But Dad said,
She remembered that. She was like, that was
definitely Dad.
and that was Dad. And Dad said, as long as you have straight A's. And I was begging him for that car, and I really wanted that car. And then I had a bumper sticker. I mean, here, I was not. I had one boyfriend, one husband, one boyfriend after that, boom. But I had a bumper sticker. Somewhere I saw a bumper sticker that said, tight butts drive me nuts. And that was my bumper sticker on
Why
my
are you
car.
sharing us?
What? There was
Why
a
are you
bumper
sharing
sticker
us
on your
this?
car?
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah, you did it?
oversharing. Are you just sharing all the embarrassing facts about you? Like,
No,
what about
I'm
the
just
time you
saying.
shit your pants? Like, what's next?
No,
That's so embarrassing.
No.
No, it
No.
was
Bumper
fun.
stickers are
No,
so
it was
trashy.
fun. It was fun.
No,
It
she
was fun.
means
No.
fun.
It was super fun.
But
And so-
something happened with that. There was a.
You basically admitted
accident,
you're the most
and
tacky
a big truck-
bumper
No, but
sticker.
everybody knew me.
Tight
No.
butts drive me nuts.
No,
Yeah,
What
that's what my bumper
What the
sticker
hell?
said.
Was
Yeah.
that the car? A big.
Anyway, so back to my
Let's go
mom.
back to mom.
You
My
buy it
mom-
from Sir Mix-a-Lot? Like, what the fuck?
My mom let us be who we are. My mom did not control us. She did not try to put us in a box, and she let us be who we are.
Yeah.
And
so
so
what
and I'm happy.
was it good about?
Yes, it's very good.
Okay.
It's very good. I'm very happy. I've had I've had an amazing life. From every minute of my life has been amazing, and
Yeah.
I have amazing friends, and I did learn you and Dad were very social and had a lot of friends, and you're always having dinners and parties and going out to dinners and parties,
Yeah.
and I was included in that, and you guys were just always very loving with people and loving people.
Yeah.
And so I've gone on to be that way as well, and so it's the experience of what I was raised with, and so I've tried to pass that on to my kids, and I think I have.
Does
I think they're happy. I think they have a lot of friends,
Yeah.
and I think but the key to that,
I'm glad I didn't get the
and-
bumper sticker, Gene.
I mean, I can't believe I had that on my car, but
Okay.
that's what
None
it
of
took.
us can.
Well,
But
that's too
actually-
much information.
but actually-
Yeah, way too much.
but that's
yeah,
actually-
Please stop if it'd be like sharing anything like
No,
that
no,
again.
no, because I had the most
Revolting.
amazing first boyfriend before my husband, and he saw that bumper sticker, and that's why he was after me, and he was telling everybody, he was
Okay.
yeah, he was I like Kinga, and he was he told 20 people that he liked me, and I was I don't even know who he is.
Why would you care about the tightness of their butt? Were you pegging them? What was happening? What the
I don't
hell?
know, I was being silly, I just
Oh,
got in my
geez.
car, or somebody, and my friend stuck it on there.
Did you also have
I
truck
bought it.
nuts on the car?
Anyway,
What happened with that car?
Anyway,
I don't know.
what about grandma?
so we only have
Oh yeah, we still have to hear about your favorite things about Gigi.
What about Gigi?
Your
tell us
favorite
why
thing.
Gigi was the best mom.
I'm getting close.
Do you want me to tell? Gigi
let-
was
She wasn't your mom.
No,
She was
it's
your
like-
grandma.
Okay.
Yeah, Mom, what did you like about
Tell us
grandma?
all the great things about Gigi.
Get in
I
there.
think you know it.
No, but
I
tell
do
us.
know, but we
tell the
want you to say
audience.
it.
It's
Tell the
Mother's
audience.
Day episode. We're still
Mother's
talking
Day.
about it.
Well, it's so long that I don't think.
No, we have 10 minutes for you to talk
Maybe-
about.
Well, no, we only have 5, but you can give us at least a
Can
couple
condense
minutes
it, just
of
one
our
sentence.
stuff.
Well, she was
We're already
very,
at 40.
very everything, whatever you can imagine, and I never imagined that she would be all the way 105 and a half.
But during that 105 years, what are the great things that
She
you
did
experienced?
everything by herself, and I did after when I was 2006.
Mhm.
I never saw her again.
Let's talk about the good things about your mom.
Well,
She was
she didn't.
she was a great baker. She liked to
Okay.
bake.
So mom can't say anything. So you can't say anything good about your mom?
I did.
Okay.
You didn't say anything
She
good.
said that she
said you
did.
saw her in 2006 and then didn't see her again.
No, she said that she whatever she
I
wanted to do, she
expected
did, and
to
she did
go
everything
and-
herself.
That's not what this is about. It's about what were the great
Your
things about
favorite
her.
qualities.
What were her great things
she
about
was,
her being a good mom?
She was very, very, very.
Oh my God, you can't think of anything good?
Well, what do you want me to say?
What you think about her? What do you,
Why was she a great mom?
She was because
I'm
she
getting
was
really upset
all
right now.
the way
That's sad.
in herself.
That doesn't sound like a good mom.
Okay.
Well, it is.
You're saying that she was all about herself?
Well, she didn't do
How was she a good mom to you?
because she was independent.
She taught her to be strong, is what she's trying to
Strong.
say between words.
And
Strong and independent.
She did everything what
She did everything
no other
herself.
person would
Right.
do.
She's saying that she taught her to
Okay,
be
tell
independent.
us from your words, not yours.
Well, I'm interpreting what she's trying
how
to say.
was Grandma a great mom?
Because she was great.
Okay, I'll just talk about her being a great
Okay.
grandma.
because she was great.
So-
We've got the answer.
So, Grandma
Not
was
a lot of details.
okay. I'll tell you the things that she's not saying that I don't know why I'm worried that you can't say these things. Grandma was very independent,
I said
said
and she
that.
taught us all to be independent.
Right. She
I
said
know.
that.
And
said
she
that.
was very gregarious. Gregarious, if you define it, means you have a lot of friends. You're very social.
Oh, yeah.
You love your friends.
Yeah, but
She was so
she was
obsessed with her
always
friends.
with the friends, and if I can see 100%, it would you can just go, and she will keep going. And I thought maybe she would be even live longer, other than
Okay, so she was all about her friends. She was gregarious. I'm concerned about what you're saying here.
really?
Grandma was.
No, she said she taught her to be independent.
She
That's
taught her to
good.
be
No,
independent.
Grandma was unselfish. Like I could say to her, I'd say to Grandma, I like this bracelet. She'd say, oh, you can have it.
oh, she took my.
I could say, I like this
everything.
scarf. She'd
She
say,
just
do you
picked-
want it?
Yeah.
She
came
was unselfish. She
to
was
my
So
very
mom.
generous is the word
She
we're
was
looking
generous.
for.
Right.
Generous.
Right.
Generous.
She liked to give gifts. She liked
She was
to
generous.
Never kept
She was
that.
smart.
She
She was
gave it to
gregarious.
somebody
She was a
else.
She was a
teacher.
people person. She was intelligent. She was happy. She was like, oh, never negative. Oh, no, I've been through the war. This is not dangerous. She was so focused on positivity. She was
Yeah.
very positive.
She was.
Very positive, very happy. And always had a way to figure it out. This is not working. We can do this.
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Solutions, not problems.
Yeah.
Very solution based.
Yeah. Yeah.
But why
Great
can't you
work.
come up
She's
with this
great
on your
work.
own? It's because you talk too much for
How
her.
about this? What's your one favorite memory you have with her? Was it some fun time you had in Hungary with your mom? What is your one favorite memory you have
we
with her?
went to when 2006, no, 3.
Right.
Three.
2003.
It doesn't matter what year, just what was your
Yeah.
favorite memory.
We went with mother
To Hungary.
to Hungary
And what was that favorite memory?
because that was she came and I went and
Mm-hmm.
she was already there
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't. She said, "You don't need to come, but it's available and you should." And so we went.
Because my grandma was not controlling.
No,
She was never controlling.
no,
She would give you a thought and an idea, but she was not controlling. Yeah.
So then she
She didn't like to be controlled, so she was
you
very
didn't
independent.
Come, not nobody came of you.
Well, I was supposed to go, but anyway.
But it was a great trip.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see,
Yeah.
where she used to
And
live
even
and
today, I think of her. I see her in my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
That she could have lived a little bit longer.
Okay, so anyway, so she was also, I want to say more things about grandma.
I know
Gra-
105 years is a pretty
That's
great
pretty
run.
good.
Yeah,
That's
But,
like
but
negative.
of course,
Yeah,
everyone
that's
that's
misses
30
those
years
things.
past the
Yeah,
average.
No, 105.
But that's really how
And
she feels.
living-
She misses her mom. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
No,
I mean,
but
everyone.
105 is incredible. I mean,
It's
we haven't
incredible.
talked about she was the best cook, she was the best baker.
Remember, she was a teacher also, a
she's
professor.
a teacher.
in life.
She's intelligent.
Yeah.
What did she teach? What subject?
What subject?
Yeah.
I think.
Can you come to this?
Yeah, what was she a professor of?
Yeah. She was actually. Well.
You don't know? Medical school.
No, it
No,
wasn't
no.
medical school.
No, not
She would have been a doctor.
It was
No.
like
I thought that's how she met
plants.
Dad. How did she meet
No.
Dad?
No, it was like something with plants.
Dad?
So
How did she meet
biology.
Dad?
Something with like biology or plants. I never really
No,
knew
she
what,
was.
what was she teaching. I never really knew. It was like biology,
I
plants,
don't
or
know.
something
I
like
never.
that.
I thought she met Dad teaching.
She was a professor.
No, she met Dad at
But
the
you
hospital.
don't know what she taught at all?
I don't know. I don't
What?
remember.
She never told you what she
It might come to you. It might come to you.
I don't
I
know.
don't think she maybe she.
Oh wait, it's been 45 minutes.
we
We,
have a
only
few
got 1
minutes.
minute left.
Oh my
That was a really fun show. Happy
Mom-
Mother's
so
Day.
Mom,
Happy Mother's
so
Day.
you're 81 right now, right?
Kinga, don't tell, what's
29.
Kinga? What's your age? Why are you doing that to her? She
20.
doesn't want to tell her age.
I'm not.
Kinga, how old are you? Do you want to say it on the podcast?
Mom can
She-
say
she
her
did- she
age.
doesn't
No,
wanna
I
say
am
her
not.
Oh,
age.
you
I
don't want to?
don't.
Okay, you don't
No,
want
she
to.
doesn't
Okay.
like that.
Well, anyway,
Yeah, well, if
Grandma-
you don't think it's a big deal to
Sorry,
answer,
your
then
age.
do you want to answer?
it's incredible that
Let's talk about her
Grandma.
age.
It's incredible that Grandma was over 105 years old,
No,
and she had a
not 5.
better memory than anybody in this room.
No,
Yes.
105 and a half.
105 and a half.
It's unbelievable.
And a half.
It's 105 and a half. It's incredible.
She was a great
And-
role model
and-
for all of us.
And so, what a great mom, because as a mom and a grandma, she extended all that, but like, you can't even express like all the goodness that she did for everyone. She
Make
was-
sure you call your mom on this Mother's Day and give her a gift or something special and
Which-
show you appreciation
For me.
yes.
for everybody's moms out there, everybody that's listening.
Chad, what are
And
you
you,
going
of
to do for
course.
grandma on Mother's Day?
It'll be fun for us
Yeah.
all to do something.
I think you should just cook for all of us.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Well, we're saving the planet.